guys don't have to raise your hand or anything like that. But tell me some ways that we can hear from God. Prayer.
Reading the Bible.
Reading the Bible. Anyone else?
Dreams.
Dreams, devotions. Visions.
Worship.
Okay, worship. Anyone else? How else can we hear from the Lord? Sermons. Huh? You can hear God audibly, yeah. His voice. Anyone else? How about like from the church or other people? Other people can help affirm or help speak life into you. Yeah? Okay. So yeah, there's so many different ways to hear from God. What we're going to actually focus on is hearing from God just through perception and what we feel like God is speaking into our hearts. So and then in the Bible, one of the spiritual gifts that comes up is the word prophecy. How many of you guys have heard the word prophecy before? Prophecy. Have you heard? How many of you guys have heard of it? Okay, great. So when you hear the word prophecy, what is like the first thing that comes up, or what do you guys think about it, or what do you think it means? Anyone? What do you think the word prophecy means, or what do you think it is? Anyone? Michaela? Bible, okay. Alright, so some answers, some people in the past group are saying, a lot of people are saying the future or foreshadowing. That's a real small part of it. I personally am not a big fan of the word prophecy. I feel like it puts a lot of burden, it puts a lot of pressure on people to get something right. I like to say that what we're actually learning about is hearing God's heart. Okay, so we're just hearing God's heart for yourself, for other people, for your friends, for your family, and that's what we're doing, okay? So how do you, okay, sorry. So we're going to be talking about hearing God's heart, and so when you are praying or when you're having devotion or quiet time, do you guys find it hard to really hear God's voice or to discern His voice from other voices or other thoughts, and you find it you get really distracted? Or you just think you're like total homies with God and like you hear Him all the time? Okay, that's awesome if you guys do. I don't deny that. That's great. So is there any way? Do you guys know ways how you can discern God's voice from others? Like other voices or bringing God's voice out? Okay. So one of the questions I got asked, a couple of groups before, they asked me, so how do you discern God's voice from the other voices in your head? Okay, so usually there's like three voices. It's usually either God, yourself, like your own voice and your own thoughts, or the enemy, right? It's Satan. So here's an example that I like to always give is before caller ID, right? Before we had anything like caller ID, when someone calls you on the phone, and when you pick it up and you hear their voice, can you recognize the sound of your best friend's voice or your mom's voice or your dad's voice right away? Or do you need the little caller ID? No, right? So why do you think you can distinguish your family's voice versus a stranger's voice? You're more familiar with it. And how do you think you got to that point of being more familiar with it? You live with them, yeah. You live with them, what else? You have something called, it starts with R. Yeah, relationships! Yay! Relationships. So when you have relationship with somebody and when you're intimate with somebody and when you know somebody, spend a lot of time with them, you just know the sound of their voice. You know the tone of their voice. You know the language that they use when they speak to you. Same way with God. The more time you spend with God, the more you read the Bible, the more you sit in quiet time, the more you are just spending intimate moments with them, more and more you begin to understand and discern the tone and the voice of how God speaks to you. And God speaks to every one of us individually in a different way. I personally believe that God has a different voice and a different tone to each person. Personally for me, God is very gentle. God is firm. He's a little salty, sassy. I say sassy because I'm sassy too, so sometimes he can be very firm with me. But I know now the sound of of his voice because I spent a lot of time with God, praying with him, having conversation with him. When I was younger, it was hard for me to really understand what God's voice sounded like, but now I do, now that I'm older. And it never stops. It never ever stops. So before we start to do a couple of fun activities, does anyone know the purpose of why we speak or hear God's heart for other people in our lives? You guys look so tired. All right. Yeah, go ahead, Bryn.
Like encouragement, I guess.
Yeah, perfect. Encouragement, yeah. So if you go into 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 3, and I can read it out loud for you guys. It says in the Bible, but everyone who prophesies speaks to men for their strengthening, encouragement, and comfort. All right? So we are speaking to men, we're prophesying, we're strengthening, encouragement, and comfort. So we're edifying and building each other up. It doesn't say we're doing this to rebuke people or to belittle people or make people feel bad about themselves, but we're doing it to strengthen, encourage, and belittle. Oh, sorry. And to comfort. I'm sorry. It's been a long day. And to comfort. All right. So that's what we're going to be doing. So we're going to be doing two different activities that kind of helps us practice to get to that point. I'm going to share a little story real quick so you guys can kind of get a really good example of what we're doing here. So when I was at a retreat many years ago, we did a similar activity where the speaker asked random people to pray for each other. So this girl prayed for me, and he was like, just whatever is the first word, the first image, the first vision, whatever you have for that person, just share it. So this girl prayed for me, and she was like, this is really weird, but I got the picture of a pineapple. She's like, I don't know if that is anything, right? She's like, it's a pineapple. She's like, does that mean anything to you? And I was like really blessed actually because a pineapple, when I was in high school, my best friend in high school drew a picture of a pineapple and wrote this like really long poem letter thing about how I was like a pineapple in her life, and described me as a pineapple because I was like prickly on the outside but soft on the inside. So she was like, the girl who was sharing with me, she had no idea that the pineapple was something significant in my life, but that really blessed and encouraged me. So you might get something kind of off the wall or kind of weird, but you never know unless you step out and be bold and sharing that could actually really bless that person.
Amen.
So we need for the first activity we're going to do, we're going to need a volunteer. And the volunteer doesn't have to do anything. You're just going to stand here and be like completely blessed. And receive. No counselors. I know you want to get involved. Alright, so does anyone want to volunteer? Anyone want to volunteer? You don't have to do anything. You're just gonna
sit there.
You're just gonna sit here and be like really blessed. And if no one chooses, I'm gonna have the counselor choose. Okay. Ella. Alright.
Yay.
Ella, what group are you in? Group 4. This is Ella from group 4, and what we're gonna do, we're gonna pray for 2 minutes, guys. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna ask 2 questions to God. We're gonna say, God, how do you see Ella, and what do you have for Ella? Okay? Those are the 2 questions we're gonna ask God as we pray. And whatever image, word, thought, it could be a color, whatever it is, we're gonna actually share it and bless Ella with it, okay? So, the 2 questions. So, how do you see Ella? God, how do you see Ella, and what do you have for Ella, or what's in your heart for Ella? Okay? So, you can sit down, Ella. So, we're gonna pray for a couple minutes, and then we'll go from there. That's okay.
Sport? Yeah.
I saw a soccer ball.
Soccer ball. Do you play soccer? No. You used to? Okay.
Go back to your roots.
But she played. You play sports though, right? Like lacrosse. Okay, she's lacrosse.
I saw it. This is really random, but like I don't know why, but I thought like I saw like a Dory character, like Finding Dory or Finding Nemo, and like you were just like in a big ocean, but like God was just saying like don't be intimidated and don't fear because he's there for you.
Good. Yeah.
A couple things. Like the words I kept getting repeatedly was woman of childlike faith, and I saw you hold a sphere, but I was just like, okay, it's a sphere. The second thing was what she saw too. I also saw a flower opening the sunset. So
Cool. That's cool when you get two people at the same time. Kind of affirming. Anyone else? Other guys. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I literally saw the same thing.
Are you serious?
Big flower and like rainbow, and I felt like the word breath of fresh air.
Ooh.
See, ours was like.
But what
Girl
did you
power.
guys?
For me, it was like a grassy, like almost like a really slow sloping hill. Yeah, and then it was just like one singular flower.
Just blooming.
Yeah.
Awesome. Breath of fresh air.
Grassy
Cool.
field.
Anyone else? So that's really cool when like multiple people have the same thing. That's like really affirming. So that's cool. Anyone else want to share? Well, I didn't get a flower, but I did get like it's a field with a rainbow, and yeah, I just felt like the rainbow. I don't know. For me, rainbow is like promise, God's promise, and so I just feel like God's a God of promise in your life. So yeah, but definitely got rainbow. Anyone else want to share? Alright, so Ella, how does all these words make you feel?
Since a lot of people got the same thing.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Do you feel encouraged though? Do you feel blessed and edified? Yeah. Great. That's all. We did it. Good job, guys. All right. So we're gonna do a second activity. So if you guys can all get out a writing utensil, and then take one and pass it down. When you get your piece of paper, and pass it down. Okay, everyone, listen to Miss Grace. Guys, listen. When you get your piece of paper, write your name in the middle of the paper, first and last name, and then fold it in half twice. After you write your name in the middle of it, fold it in half twice. First and last name. Who needs something to write with? In half twice. Who needs something to write with?
now I have a sheet of paper.
Yeah, write your first and last name and then fold the paper in half twice.
If you have any extras, please give it to Grace.
write your first.
Oh, okay. Who needs a writing utensil? Can you fold it in twice and write your name in it? Anyone else need a pen? Put your hand in the air and I'll come around and collect it.
In the middle, write your name
In the middle.
It's okay. It's okay.
Here, pass that.
Anyone? Oh. She's busy though.
Put it here. Pull it up. There you go. Everyone got it? Okay. Teachers, put it in too? Everyone put it in? Okay. Okay. Everyone wrote their name and put a piece of paper in here? Yeah? Okay. So what's going to happen is we're going to shuffle it and we're going to hand you back a piece of paper, but don't open it. Don't look at it. Just hold on to it.
Take one, too.
Take one and then hold on to it. What we're going to do is spend the next couple minutes and asking God, what do you love about this person? But you're not going to look at the name. You're just going to ask God, what do you love about this person? What do you enjoy about this person? And then as kind of God speaks to you, you're going to write it on the outside.
Whether it's a picture, a song, a phrase, a color, a movie, whatever. Just kind of write it down on the outside, and if you get something and you're not sure what it means, you can still ask God, what does this mean? What does this represent? And if you don't get anything, it's fine, but you can always ask God to further explain.
Did everyone hear what Grace said?
What if we get the same name
That's fine.
as ourselves?
That's fine. That's even cooler. Doesn't matter.
Don't open it, okay?
Don't open it,
Do not open it.
but just spend the next couple minutes in prayer asking God, what do you love about this person? What do you enjoy about this person?
Without opening it?
Again, don't open it, write it on the outside of the paper. But just spend the next couple minutes in prayer.
Did someone write on the outside?
Yeah.
Okay, okay, just
Bull, you're not supposed to open it.
Wait, we're miss. Did you get one? Oh.
I
Wait,
didn't get one.
who didn't get one?
Me.
Wait. Hey, did someone take more than one
No.
out of here?
I'm missing
Wait, who else didn't get one yet? Did Brandon you get one?
one.
Yeah.
Someone accidentally got two.
Did someone not put their? The counselors put their name?
It's okay, are we still sure?
It's okay, it's fine.
Everyone got one?
You put my
That's,
name in.
wait, you didn't put one in? That's yours? Don't open it! Oh, okay, then just that's fine. Okay.
It's fine.
Is that your name?
No, it's not.
Oh, okay.
Alright. Spend the next couple minutes in prayer. What does God love about this person? What does God enjoy?
Finish it up. But you can tell them. You can tell them. You can just tell them.
If you don't know, that's fine. It's okay. You don't know.
What if you don't know this person?
Okay, so now, now you can open it and you're all done and find that person and give it to
More
them.
than one thing.
Michaela.
You saw more than one thing.
And explain. If
Explain
you
it.
have an explanation.
My name is Michaela. You got the same thing.
Michaela's you.
Hi.
Stand up and find your person. Stand up and find your person.
Samuel!
Anthony Zaka.
Okay, just
The
kind
buff
of,
guy.
what's the
Small
name?
god next to small god.
Joe Register.
You swole. I didn't
Y'all got your own
Alright, so find your person.
Fuck him is him.
It's Paul Kim.
I don't know why.
Who's Esther Lee?
What? I saw food.
Mr. Kelsey.
And then I saw like good food.
Oh,
I saw like
I just got the
on
word
the right way. I don't know what girl is doing. Like encouragement of doing like what you're doing, like what you're on the right track.
Jaden Lynn.
Crossed up
After you find your person, you guys can sit down, okay? After you're done,
This is part of the finale.
It's important to be a high
Okay, sit down after you find your person. You guys can sit down. Alright. So, did anyone have anything encouraging or really good that they want to share? Want to share? Yeah, go ahead. You saw light. You saw light. Talk about light for you. You saw a light. Okay. Who was that for? Michelle. Oh, okay, Michelle Hall. Okay. Did it have any meaning for you, or did it encourage? Okay. Okay, that's okay. Yeah, that's totally fine. Anyone else want to share? Yeah, go ahead. And someone got this for you, or you got it? But who was it given? Okay. That's cool. And like, does that mean anything to you, or does it encourage you, or? Yeah. Like in your heart, kind of like you feel like that makes sense. That's awesome. You feel encouraged though, or okay, good. Anyone else want to share? Anyone else? Teachers can cheer too. Or counselors. You want to share, Brent?
I mean, we got the same. Like, I got her and she got me.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And like, mostly what I got from her was.
You can either or.
Oh, well, it was really funny. I don't even know who she is. I don't know if she was married or anything. But
Wait, who did you?
oh,
Oh,
and I don't know why, but like, I don't know if I'm not hungry, but like, I saw food, like really good food. And I saw, and I also got something else because I was like, God, this is not it. Like, this is probably just gonna get food. And not only did I get food, apparently she cooks.
Oh.
Like, great. And then, I don't know what it means to her, but then I gave her a message like, for every, like she's on the right direction or something. So she needs like reinforcement, encouragement to like actually do something that she's not like sure of, like she's on the right direction.
And Michaela, how does that make you feel? Did you feel encouraged yourself, Brandon?
Yeah.
Like whoever
Oh yeah, she said that I was strong, deep rooted, and smart, and yeah, the deep rooted part, I guess.
Yeah. Anyone else want to share? Any counselors want to share? No? Okay. Alright, well, I hope that you guys were encouraged. Again, this is something that you guys can do every day. It's not something you have to wait every retreat to do. You can even do it when we have session and we're praying for each other. You guys can do the exact same thing with your friends, people in your small group, with your parents if they come visit. This is, again, just a small portion, a small way of how we can bless other people and also discern and hear God's voice. You guys did awesome. You guys have any questions or more questions, you can come talk to me or Miss Grace or, just to get more answers, and we'll try to answer them as best we can. The prayer room is now open, so you guys can also come during free time, and if you want more prayer, or if you want to talk to someone, or if you want more encouragement, you're more than welcome to come. There's always a big counselor in here to pray for you guys, okay? So you guys are dismissed. If you took a pen, leave them.
Proud of you, group 4.
I give you a pen.
Esther, so how did our group do? How did our group do?
We won one. No, I'm actually tired.
Why group 7 literally won like everything? They won like 2 out of 3.
Who won to it?
Or my temporary group. My actual group lost.
Trivia lost. We lost like 200 points.
Really?
Yo, our group killed them.
You guys, we won.
Dodgeball, we lost.
Group 7 would have won your freaking shoe.
Hey, don't be a sore loser.
Shots fired.
Justin, you just can't take. Thank you for this.
I like
Teacher
it.
now. Happy eyebrows.
What
Happy
is
eyebrows.
outdoors for you though?
Or I was thinking about the outdoors.
Oh, do I have to go outside?
Okay, so,
Songjun.
any other brothers want to pray for Sungjun?
I got you. He's my student.
Whoever prayed for him got nothing, and so he came back and wanted to get prayer. Yeah.
It's just that like he gets easily distracted.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm being serious.
And Counselor, we can like spread out.